The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered! You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
What's up, boys and girls? How are you? Welcome into a Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon. No, afternoon, kind of. West Coast, almost the afternoon version of the Bostonian versus the book. Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault live on our YouTube at Boston versus the book. That's where you get the live chat. That's all the energy that goes on during the show. If you're watching the replay on Sports Grid TV, why don't you watch it live one day? Come on over to our YouTube channel, watch it live, be in the chat, be a part of it. If you're on Twitter X, we're live there too, but your chat is far less interactive. We try to pay attention to it, but you guys who are on X Twitter, why don't you come over as well to at Boston versus the book on YouTube? Because then you can be in the chat and we can correspond and have some fun with you guys. Sirius XM as well, channel 159. Thank you for listening on the late night. Hopefully you guys are driving somewhere across country. You truckers, we love you guys. Thank you for being a part of the brigade. Thank you for being a part of everything. We got a guy going cross country who wants to take a picture with a BVB hat on in all 50 states, Dave. Is this like going to happen?
Listen, the guy's DMs aren't open, so he went to thebvbshow.com and sent us an email. So that's a way to get in direct touch with both Matt and myself. You can text the text line that we're going to use for the proxy service. That's a little more people see that one, our admin team and all that other stuff. But a picture of a welcome to Pennsylvania sign next to a welcome to Ohio sign with a BVB hat across all 50 states that would get us to the number for Roll Call Friday. That would be a pretty fun thing. We posted a couple pictures of you guys at different sporting events. There's no real qualification to the event. It doesn't have to be a pro football game, a college football game. It can be a high school game. It can, some of you baseball game. There's no basketball games. There could be kids basketball games, something like that. So there will be, but that would be fun. Listen, the thing's taking a life of its own, and whether it's on life support or business is booming, we keep showing up. That's part of what we do. It's literally always forward, never straight. You get us hats, talk, chat. Wyoming has a pretty great welcome to sign on I-25 with a pull-off. Pause. Pretty unique, too.
With a pull-off, not pull-off. With a pull-off.
With a pull-off. Yeah.
Mikey, you started this. If you want to talk about the original BVB hat picture, Mikey Awesome's the originator of that picture.
I love it. Yeah.
He was the first one. Started taking pictures. First it was Virginia. Then it was D.C., and then it turned into England and everywhere else he went with the BVB hat. So
yeah, actually, he did go international.
Mm-hmm.
We're efforting. Pedro, if you're watching the show, we need you to email the show.
We do.
Because we got to line something up because we've been to England. We
Canada.
appear in, where's Vinko? Vinko Martinsevich is over in
Serbia.
I can't remember where, but we got guys in Australia, Seabass, and the guys down there. We got to get these hats down there, but we have never been to Brazil live. No. So Pedro, email the
Croatia,
show.
That's right. That's
Croatia.
Right.
Thank you, CBW.
Thank you.
CBW is our new sound. Thank you, Vinny Konwinski.
It didn't start with the license plate. No, Joel. The hat was first. License plate was second. But Mikey is the creator of both. The first ever BVB hat picture and the first ever BVB license plate.
Yeah. I mean, I wear the hats everywhere I go. I get comments on it all the time. It's good. You guys can get hats. Just, send a text. You got to send what type of hat you want, what colors, all that other. It's more than just going to a website and getting a hat.
True.
The quality level needs to be represented because every day when we do this show, this brand represents Matt and myself. It's important to us, despite the fact that some people think the content's not important. You know, it's important to us, and it's important to you because you guys keep showing up. You know, whether it's the same amount of people, more people. I feel like more people are coming back for football, aren't they?
100%. Yeah, 100%. That's one of the cool things about this week, because this is a big vacation week, right? But you start to feel the energy start to pick up because we have a long weekend coming up. We will be here on Monday, by the way, though. We are doing a show on Monday. So you guys might be scattering for Labor Day, but live BVB will hit you on Monday. We're not going anywhere. We'll be here signing people up and just being a part of the Vegas football scheme. So we'll do that coming up on Monday. So we will be live, traditional start time, normal show, even though it's Labor Day on Monday.
You don't have class, right?
Nope, don't have class.
Okay. So we'll try to
Campus.
get it in the sweet spot that we normally hit, whether it's a little earlier, 10:30, 11 o'clock-ish, we'll get it done. We'll probably be signing people up before, after, all day. Who knows?
Yeah.
Watching football, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's going to be fun. So it's on Monday. So, I mean, the energy is climbing. I think what will happen once the college football year kicks off starting on Thursday, then people kind of wake up and they go, oh, golf clubs go into the garage. They don't come back out until Masters. And people start to hunker down for the football season. And we start bringing up all of our food recipes. I started to go over like what I'm going to be doing game day spread wise. You know, when am I making brisket? When am I doing ribs? When am I going to be doing just, you know, the wings I'm going to have? I think probably the first Thursday night spread, it's probably going to be a wings night for me on that. But football and food just go hand to hand. Some people love to drink. I like alcohol. I like drinking, but I don't like to drink all day. I don't like to, I like to go out for a drink or two, but that's like a 2 hour, 3 hour window. And then I'm done. The all day drink thing is kind of hard for me to do. So I tend to eat more when I watch football than drink. Hard to stay awake when I'm 47 years old. I'm old.
The recovery is no good either as you get older.
Yeah.
You know, if you do the all day thing the next day, you feel like caca.
See,
so
people are coming back.
Oh, hi, Tyler. Nice to see you. Tyler
coming back.
Yeah. Tyler's supposed to be coming out to Vegas and working on getting a fantasy draft. I put him in touch with somebody, never heard from him again.
Okay.
But that's good to see you here, Tyler. Love you, brother. We'll talk soon. I'm sure you'll text me in the middle of the night when you're, you need a drunk dial or some other dial.
Wow. Whoa.
No, listen,
wow.
Tyler and I can say that. I'm glad he's here. He's going to have his
point
spreads and his models and all that other crap and all that stuff that he does in the chat for the boys. We need to talk SEC and all that other crap. So
Ian's got him.
Yeah. Ian is good. Great.
Yeah. So
that's good to know. Like that's all that required was a text. I'm glad you came in the chat and told me. I purposely hooked that up.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like after a couple of drinks, like I was watching because I'm doing everything with Oasis right now, so I'm just like I'm watching everything and consuming all my high school content. And there's an interview that Liam Gallagher gave to an interviewer in London about. He's like, "Don't ever ask me to go out for one. I don't go out for one. I go out for 100. If we're gonna go drinking, what's the point of going for one?" It's like that used to be my attitude. Yeah, why am I going for one? I want to go for 100. But now I can't really do the 100 anymore.
3's a good number.
3? 3 of what? Like 3 beers is a lot. It's a lot of liquid. It's why I started drinking whiskey. It's just easier. It's like an ounce. It's just easier to drink. If I'm sipping it, I'm not going to the bathroom all the time. It's like you borrow alcohol. You don't drink it.
I never heard that before in my life.
You never heard that term? You borrow alcohol?
You borrow alcohol?
Yeah, you just deposit it back. You drink it and you go deposit it. Drink it and you go deposit it back.
Okay. If you say so.
Yeah. So, I mean, as you get older, the bladder starts to go, oh, we got to go to the bathroom more often. It's a little annoying. 3 is a good number. 3 is an okay number.
3's right. Usually enough.
Are you
go
eating
over
3?
Then you start to,
give me a claw. White
Not
claw.
a fan.
I know.
Surprised at you, JPC the 4th. A claw? What?
Yeah. I just, to me, I think drinking alcohol all these hard seltzers. Like I drink, because I can't drink beer anymore because I can't do gluten. So beer and me don't really see eye to eye. I do drink ciders, but like I can drink like a cider. I can't like drink like multiple. They're too heavy and sweet. And like I just like hard alcohol now. Like I'm a whiskey or vodka drinker. That's what I drink. So like different types of whiskey, different types of vodka. Like I'll go through different drinks and iterations and whatnot. But I'm just not. I can't drink heavy, and I never really loved beer. That's the other thing. I liked stouts and I liked heavier, like sipper. Like I love Guinness. I love beers like that. But like my friends would sit there and knock down like 18 Busch Lights. And I'd be like, do you enjoy the taste of those things? Like they don't taste good to drink 18 of anything.
For some people they do.
I know.
It's just different. If you guys haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, do it now. Hit the like button, please. The number every single day is 62.5. Trying to get at least 62.5. By the time the show ends, people are coming, people are staying, people are watching, people are interacting. 3 is an appetizer for Chef Benny. I need
not anymore,
right
Chef.
now, because we do Roll Call Friday, and we didn't do Roll Call Friday because we were at Circa doing a live show, and we didn't get a chance to do it. So right now, if you're in the chat, put your location where you're at, not your 3-digit thing. That's for Fridays.
Okay.
But put your city, state, and your favorite drink. Drink of choice. Just to see if we have beer drinkers, whiskey drinkers.
What is yours? I don't know yours.
Wine drinkers, soft drinkers, water can be your choice.
My man.
Hugh Janus. Hello, Hugh Janus. What's up?
You are Anchorman. You really are. You are Anchorman. You'll read.
I just said his name.
You'll read whatever I put on the screen.
I mean, it says McClellan. But Hugh,
I don't care the drink. I just saw his name. I read his name in my head, and I put it on the screen to see if you would read it. And you read it.
Absolutely would read that. I told you guys, part of the show.
I'm not an ass, I promise.
I promise you're not. Thank you for being here, Hugh.
Oh, that's tremendous. That really is tremendous. Phoenix water? Get off my lawn. You just drink water. All right. Drink a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, where was this? Somebody's
APC the fourth is Detroit Raspberry Claws.
Yikes.
I wouldn't have made you for a Raspberry Claws guy.
My only problem, Deuce Daily, with the old-fashioned trend is that Taylor Swift made this a girl drink. And it bothers me because I've been drinking them for the better part of over, I don't know, maybe 15 years now. And they make them too damn sweet. Yeah, because they make them too damn sweet. The reason why the old-fashioned was created was because they used to make whiskey in your damn bathtub. And drinking the whiskey out of a bathtub used to like literally make you go blind. So you couldn't handle it. So they created the old fashioned because it was so nasty to drink that they would put aromatic bitters into the drink. So it didn't smell. So it smelled nice. That's what the bitters are to make it smell like an orange. And then they would put simple syrup, which is essentially sugar, to take the bite out of it. Well, that drink has now become, because Taylor Swift sings about it, it's now overly sugar, muddled fruit on the bottom, and not good whiskey. So like we've totally ruined, and that's not Taylor's fault, but like it's become a female like status symbol drink. Like you go to the bar and like, give me an old fashioned, like it's like, oh, wow, you're a real drinker, aren't you? It's like, yeah, it's half sugar. It's like the same thing as like a White Claw. It's the same thing as like a cider. It's not like a whiskey drink. So like like here in town, there's a couple of places I go that are the original real bars and real speakeasies. Like they make real old fashions. It's not supposed to be sweet. It's supposed to be like a whiskey drink. It tastes like whiskey, but it has a little sugar in it just to take the bite off of it. I'm very particular about this. Very angry about this.
Angry about a lot of stuff. Gotta relax. I don't know. That was the alcohol portion of the show, boys and girls. If you have to mix your scotch or whiskey, get higher quality stuff, LOL.
No. Who's mixing scotch? For starters, who's mixing scotch? If you're mixing a scotch drink, I got to find out what's wrong, because scotch is just straight.
Well, that's what he
Neat
said.
scotch.
If you have to
That's
mix it, you got to get better quality stuff. That's what he just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said.
If you have to. Okay, if
Right.
you have to. I read it kind of too close. Bloody Marys are the only time I ever drink Bloody Marys is when I am like rip hungover bad. Because I don't like them. They're not great. They're not awesome. Scotch and one big ball of ice. Yeah, Joe. You see, a lot of guys I could drink. You see, we all can drink together. We should have a big party one day, a big drinking party.
Oh God.
This is the mixology portion of the show. Yeah, absolutely. 100% Blue Spader. You got the show. 100%. Yes. I would. I don't like making multiple drinks, but the life of a bartender, you would do very well as a bartender.
Why?
Because people pour out their damn everything to you. So like you would have like a list of like all different people all lined up at your bar that just want to talk to you about their problems and not pay a shrink.
I'm walking through Circa yesterday. Thank Stuart for signing up in the afternoon. Went down. You went to class. I went to Circa.
Okay.
He says,
Appreciate
we
it.
got to sign up in the afternoon. I said, yeah. He said to pass his regards. Hands me a bag with 3 hats.
Oh.
I said, here we go. This is going to be a problem because she's not here. She's going to come home. The hats are multiplying. They're all over the place. I got 48 hours to get this organized.
You haven't done it yet?
No. I mean, I've been at the joint. It's here in the joint, and the show is premiering, and it's crazy. But I'm walking through, and we signed up and everything, and I'm walking back to get out. And a guy comes up to me and says, hey, man, I watch you on Sports Grid. I love the shows, and, blah, blah, blah. I said, all right, I got to go because I got to be on in about an hour, and I got to get home. And he goes, Caitlin Clark, assists over 9.5. I'm like, what's your name? He said, Paul. I said, I'm going to shout you out on the show with Walsh. I said, I'll shout you out. People I'm just walking to get out, and I get plays. If I'm working a bar, you're going to have to pour the drinks because I'm going to be too busy talking. That's going to be a problem.
It's true. I was not the person that spent 60 dimes at Stadium Swim, but that was a fun moment in the show last night. Somebody did do that. Guys, when I tell you, and Dave can concur because he's seen it way more often than I have. But just in my 9 years of being here in Vegas, the number of times that I have put my head together and I go, that person just spent like a luxury car on alcohol for a night. And some people, sometimes it's even worse. Sometimes it's like that person just paid like a small house in the South for drinks for him and his boys.
I used to go, hey, when I was out front, I'd call back and say, guy wants a small condo on the first half. They're like, what are you talking about? Like 120. And they're like, what neighborhood? I said, no, it's 120. What's 120K on this first half? They're like, this is okay. It becomes normal. It's not normal, but yeah, 60K. That's a nice afternoon. Oh,
it's just like, wait, what did you? You become numb to it. Like it's just money. Like it just becomes dollars until like you really start to think about like what that money to like. The average American person makes like $48,000 a year. Like I just spent 60 grand on alcohol for an afternoon.
Right.
It's like, wait, what? Like it puts you to like kind of reset your reality for a second as to what that number really means and what that person just threw away for what.
It messes with people's minds.
It does.
Casinos because you lose the value of money, and then when you go home, or you start to do your habits or things and stuff, you live above your means. It can happen so quick. I lived it. I saw it. I mean, it was good that I had the kids. They were small, and I was working in books, taking $100,000 bets, $300,000 bets, and then going home and changing diapers. I mean, it kept me grounded,
right,
for a long, long time. But yeah, that show. Talk about that. I just saw Yorkie in the chat. Jess is going to kill me. Don't remind me, Yorkie. I'm trying to get on the ice with you. Trying to get that done. Please, Yorkie. She's watching the show. I already talked to them this morning.
Okay.
They're watching the show. They're trying to get the team to watch the show.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Because if they're in between workouts and
right.
stuff, I'm like, hey, Kylie and Kelsey's dad is on TV. you like to bad rap the New York teams. I like to chime in and bad rap them too. A lot of them are New York fans. They're like Devils fans and Ranger fans and Yankee fans and stuff. And we're not really rooting for those teams ever on this show. Boston versus the Book.
Big Ten Survivor. The contest is open until Saturday, guys. So a bunch of you signed up yesterday. We appreciate it. Keep it going here to be a part of this as we'll try to fill this up as much as we can. Obviously, we've talked about it. It's up to 25,000, meaning if we fill it up, it's 25,000. We'll give you an up-to-date prize pool once we do close this coming up on Saturday. But if you want to be a part of the Big Ten Survivor, it's 14 weeks, 18 teams. Can't use the same team twice. It is splashsports.com/BVB to enter. It's $100 to enter. You can do as many as 5 entries to come into this, to be a part of it. So splashsports.com/BVB. Saturday is the deadline, 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern, to sign up for this, as the games will get rocking on Thursday, Friday.
Did you use the Rutgers game on Thursday or no? Because they're playing Howard.
You have to use an FBS versus FBS. Cannot be FBS versus FCS. Has to be high level D1.
I was going to drive to Arizona tonight and load up on Rutgers.
Well, obviously, but no.
All right, good.
Let's go, Raftery. Here we go. Sounds good.
That a boy, Matty Raff.
Come on in, drive over, be a part of it, and do it. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yes, sir.
What's table 1? What do you want, Tyler? You want table 1? Don't know what table 1 is, Tyler, but
Tyler gets whatever he wants when he comes.
This is true. He does do well here.
We had a nice meal with Tyler last time he was here at 8 East. I got to see him one more time, and then he Irish goodbye me, and I'm still waiting for him to call me back. But that's fine. That's all right.
This is something we talked about me going to school yesterday. This is a really cool dad. It feels like a dad moment. It's not, but this is one of my, I've only hired 2 kids I've taught, Eric and Riley. Riley Peg is on the right. She made history yesterday by broadcasting as part of the first ever all-female play-by-play and color analyst to call multiple innings of a Red Sox game on Nesson yesterday. Like, Riley's going to be a star. We worked with her at Props. But when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that was super cool to see her come and do that. Did you meet Riley? I don't know if you ever met her.
One time.
Okay.
One time. She's young.
She is super young. 3 years ago, she was in my class. She went from 3.
She's 24. I think she's like 24 years old.
Might be 23, but I think she's 2 years below my sister. So I think she's 23, but she may be 24 now.
Right.
But she's she's younger than my sister. And so she went from my class 3 years ago to broadcasting on Nesson last night. I was like,
wow.
That's pretty damn impressive to see her go and do that. Step up.
So I remember when it happened the first time, where it was all women doing a game. I think in Baltimore was the first one ever.
Okay.
And that's just an example for our daughters. Like, you can do it. The road is definitely, it's always forward, never straight. And it's going to have bumps and detours, and you're going to get way more no's and different things and stuff. But if you want to do it, you can do it. You have to have the support of your family, and you have to have the gumption to keep showing up. And
she went from Cape Cod,
Portland, right?
Portland, Maine. Yep. Maine. She went from Cape Cod League baseball. She called 2 years of Cape Cod League baseball, and then Portland, the Sea Dogs,
probably for free.
Not probably, for free.
Right. Yeah. That's for
free.
Just tell people like you tell them in class, like that was for free.
100%. She lives with a family. Her parents helped to support her for the summer, but she went to call 2 years of Cape Cod League baseball as a female broadcaster, going in. No one listens to those games. Nobody watches those games, but they're on the internet, friends and family type of stuff.
Right.
And she then went in and came back to school, and she went to her senior year, and she was applying for a variety of different things. She didn't find anything. We hired her at Props to do some different stuff, social media wise, for us. And then she entered a job in Portland, Maine, and she was a finalist, and she flew up there, and I got her with my sister and was like, hey, figure out what's going to happen. Friends and family and Dan Roach. There's an inside joke, Deuce. There may be like me and you are the only people who get that joke. Dan Roach is a really cool guy. He's a local sportscaster in Boston. It's a really he loves the Cape Cod League. And she ended up getting the job in Portland. And then they made the first ever all-female broadcasting crew for her and Emma, who call the Sea Dog games for the AA affiliate of the Boston Red Sox. So like she's seeing all the prospects. We've talked about AA, like what AA is. And then she got the shot to go down there yesterday and to do it. So where could you find the episode of the Circa Millions trailer thing? Just go ahead. It's on VSiN's Twitter account. It's on VSiN's.
Yeah, it's on VSiN's Twitter. It's on mine.
It's on Dave's.
I was just say, check my Twitter, Tyler. The link's there. It's on YouTube.
It's about 26 minutes. Episode 2. And episode 3 is tonight, right?
Episode 3 is tonight. Episode 4 is Wednesday. And episode 5, the conclusion, is Thursday. So
neat.
it's
so you can watch them all. I mean, it's easy. They're easy watches. Like the thing that I would say is it's quick. Like I was watching something last night and then I forgot that I hadn't watched it. And so I watched it. It took me, it was 26 minutes, but I watched it on my phone, just lying there. Just watched it quick. So it's, Dave had the opening and closing scene. He did.
Yeah, that was good. That was, I mean, they did a great job. James did a great job. The team did a great job. Steven, the director, they did a great job. And I mean, it gets crazy tonight. I can tell you that. The story, the teaser it got through week 10, which is halfway through the season yesterday. And then the stuff gets real, and the stories tonight are unbelievable.
Good stuff. Looking forward to it. Okay, what happened last night? The Cubs stole 8 bases, had 21 hits. They rout the Pirates 18-8. It's the most steals in a Cub game in the last 100 years.
Yeah.
100 years, Dave.
Couldn't throw anybody out. I just was watching the score. I knew the Cubs were going to win. I feel like the Cubs are going to win again today unless Jones pitches an absolute gem. And then Skeens will win tomorrow.
Okay.
And then Cubs I can't say what's going to happen after that.
They're 66-66.
They're back. Are they back?
I don't think they're back, but can I get to 85 wins?
What is there? 66 and 66 is 132. So you got 40 games. No, 30 games left.
30 games. I need I need them to go win 19 games.
I think you're going to come up just short.
19-11 is what I need the Cubs to go.
I'll bet the no. Ask the chat. We got a bunch of people in here.
Over 84.5 wins. Can I get to 84? Cubs win total.
84.5 over or under right now. Ask the chat. Put a poll up for the boys and girls.
Hold on.
Yeah, that'll be good because I think we'll get. That's asking a lot. I think you're a huge favorite to the under, but you need the over.
Oh, I'm a huge favorite to the under. I mean, just the fact that it's even in range, though, is somewhat surprising. Like just the fact that we're even having a conversation about it is somewhat shocking.
Yeah. I don't know. That's 81, 82, probably. I think it's reasonable. Again, we didn't go through the schedule, so we'll see.
There you go.
Cubs 84.5 wins. Over or under, the poll is up. If you're here, vote.
So the one thing that I will say, the one thing that might present itself as the possibility, they play the Pirates today and tomorrow, the Nationals for 3, the Pirates again,
another 3-game series, right? Yep.
So we'll see what that. And then they play the Yankees and the Dodgers, which is not easy. Not good, but they play the Rockies, the A's, and the Washington Nationals.
Okay.
Back to back series. They end at Philly and at home against the Reds.
They better do the damage against those bad teams.
Yeah.
But that's the hard part. And they're not necessarily those same bad teams in September. So, boy, that'd be tough one if you get 84.
Oh, God.
I mean, you get hooked on a season win, a 6-month sweat.
But that's okay, though, because I'll just hammer on the other side. If I get there, I'll just start betting the other side. Yeah, right. I mean, I'll be fine. I would love them to get to 84. Even 83, I might start betting against it. So I mean,
All right.
well, if I get even like a little bit close for the Cubs, I'll start betting it because I have the Diamondbacks over, I have the Marlins under, I have the Red Sox over, Rockies under. That one's going to be interesting. I have under 60.5 wins for the Rockies. Like that's gonna come down to like, so the Rockies right now have 49.
You're on pace to split.
They have 49 wins. The Rockies do.
Uh-oh.
I
only need to win 11 more games.
I can 11 more games down the stretch for the Rockies. I need them to go bad.
Maybe in trouble there.
So I think the Red Sox will go over. Marlins are going to go under. Cubs is in play. Diamondbacks over 83.5 should go over.
That's on pace to go over.
And then there's one more that I had.
The Rockies. You just said it.
No, it was Rockies, Marlins under, over, Diamondbacks over, Red Sox over Cubs. The 5. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the Marlins going under. Yes, that's yes. And the Rockies might hurt me. It's right. I mean, Rockies, I'm going to be sweating the Rockies out all the way to the end, which is fun, which is why I like doing these bets. Because then I like scoreboard watching in September.
Right.
It's fun because I'm not watching the games. I'm watching football. So DK paid out the Marlins under yesterday. Wow.
Once it's mathematically eliminated, I mean, it should. I just don't know what number they put in.
Vegas does that? Have you ever heard Vegas pay out early?
No, you wait till the end of the season.
Yeah, till you.
The problem is, what if something happens and they don't play? Like you have to get 160 games played.
House rules.
Right.
Yep.
You have to play 160 games to have action. If they only play 159 because of rainouts and this and that, guess what? It's no action.
I mean, the Diamondbacks at the All-Star break, the Diamondbacks number was 82.5. It was one win short of what I had bet over 83.5. They have 75 wins now. What a ridiculous post All-Star break the Diamondbacks had.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll talk more about that.
As good as they've had, the Pirates have had bad. Like the
Rockies are not winning another 12 games, according to JC from KC.
All right, JC from KC.
Well, let's see.
Thank you for being here.
Let's see where that schedule is for the Rockies here. The Rockies play Miami, which is they beat them yesterday. 3 more games against Miami. Need that to be a split. Then Baltimore, Atlanta, Milwaukee, Detroit, the Cubs, Arizona, the Dodgers, the Cardinals, and the Dodgers. I agree, Jason from KC. They ain't winning 12 more games.
That's going to be tough.
All right. I like that. All right. So I might be okay with the Rockies then, under 60.5.
Right.
Let's see what happens.
Jonathan, who's this? Jonathan Hoax said our book doesn't pay early. Then the customers go ape that they have to wait for their money. I don't know what book that is, Jonathan, but most books would rather pay because you're going to bet it.
Oh, you mean they roll it back in?
Yeah.
Okay.
The sooner I can pay a winning bet. See, this is ironically exactly opposite of what a lot of books are doing now.
Okay.
You're making it hard to get your money when you win a bet. You should not make it hard. It should be instantaneous. I'll give you another example. Onita's Sportsbook in Green Bay. Wow. Okay. I don't know why you wouldn't pay it.
By the way, hi. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll come to Green Bay, by the way. We'll come to Green Bay. We got people in Green Bay.
We do.
David Myers. Got people in Green Bay.
Yeah. And we got a place to stay as well.
Oh, in Milwaukee, sure.
Yeah. We got a place to stay. I give you a little inside school here. My license was expired. I got a new license this year.
Driver's license.
So I had to update it. Well, I didn't know. I forgot. So I go to make a bet on an app and it won't let me make a bet. It says you have to contact customer support.
Okay.
So Saturday night after I signed up someone, I stopped at the Sahara, Caesars William Hill, and had dinner at Chicky and Pete's by myself. Peace and quiet, no nothing, hung out. I go to the guy behind the counter. I said, I need to update my license. He's like, you got to do it on the app. And I said, I'm here in the book. Can you just put it in the, the industry term is dip the ID. He's like, oh, yeah, I can do that. But it may take up to an hour to process. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to have dinner. I was trying to make a bet, but I guess I'll wait. It's no problem. So he takes my ID, sends it off to an email. Perfect. I have dinner, hang out, go to leave, make a bet. Still says contact customer support. I have to then get home, take a picture of my ID. First thing I did was get in the live chat, which is a bot.
Yep.
Ask for a person. I called from the book first, and they said, we'll take care of it. They lied. Then had to take a picture of my ID and send it in, and was told it would take 24 hours to process. I was able to make my first bet on that account yesterday. I went to Circa yesterday and said, hey, guys, I need to update my ID. They said, give me your ID. Put it through, gave it back. In 30 seconds, it was updated. Every book is different. Every book is different. You have to be aware of house rules and different things like that. But from the book standpoint, pay that man his money. Like he says, Teddy KGB says at the beginning of our show, want it back in play. You like getting paid when you win a bet, right?
Yeah, of course.
Give the money right away.
I mean, it's simple logic, right? I mean, I think most people, how do I want to say this? If you're betting with disposable income, which is what you should be doing, I think most people see that as entertainment cost. And if you win or lose, you paid for your fun. You want to win, you don't want to lose, but you understand that if money goes away, money goes away. So when you get the money back and you've doubled it, you go from a bankroll of 100 to 200 or 1,000 to 2,000, whatever it might be. I think you're more inclined to keep betting because you're winning and it feels good and it's fun. So I want to keep playing because that feeling of winning is awesome. And gambler's brain is, I'm never going to lose. I'm going to keep winning because that's what we've won previously. So keep going. So why wouldn't you give the money back? Because most likely the person's going to turn around and double their wager. If they're betting $25 a game, now they'll bet 50 to 100. Like it's just natural gambler's brain. It's not always smart, but that's just the way people do it.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that.
They do it. I mean, that's just natural.
Well, no, I mean, people do. I mean, what's worse is when they bet more when they lose.
Well, that's the problem. That's chasing. That's different. I'm not talking about chasing is problematic. That leads you down the path to the little pamphlet at your counter.
Yeah.
Betting
I mean,
stuff you don't
but
have.
pressing when you're ahead, I mean, that's fine. But it's just the ease. I'm not, how do I say it? I don't know if the technology is making it easier, and the technology should be making it easier.
No, I think you're right. I think we're going to go back. I think eventually, we're going to go back to some semblance. I don't want to say paper tickets are going to come back, but I do think we're going to see some type of change in the way things are going and how easily people are able to make bets. I mean, I make bets like at a red light. Like I'm just
all this time.
I'm just driving and I'm thinking about it. And I go, okay, well, yeah, I gotta make that bet. I'll make that bet when I'm driving. Like the mobile nature of our society makes people want to be able to bet with apps, but it also makes it way easier to get yourself stuck. At least in Vegas, we try, and there are some ways around it, but we try to prevent people from betting on credit and betting with credit cards. Other states are thinking about allowing that to happen, and that gets you even more into a difficult situation.
It's a whole nother story. I just think, again, I was talking to a lot of people down at the Circa, guys in the business. Had a couple of really tremendous conversations. Yesterday afternoon was awesome, and it was on guys just sitting not behind the counter. I mean, it was people in different spots, and they're what I would say old heads. Somebody would call them whatever. I mean, they call us old heads. I don't know,
right.
But at some point, the actual process of making a bet, winning a bet, losing a bet has to go back to the way it was. It doesn't need to be this complicated. You don't need all that other stuff. So I think it's something to pay attention to. Be very aware. Get your ID all set before the season.
Yep.
Fund multiple accounts.
Multiple accounts.
It cannot hurt because, like you said, I mean, put $20 in 5 accounts if you bet $5, just because you should check each price. Because if you get plus 200 at one and the rest are at plus 170, you should be looking for the best price. It's just good practice. The amounts of money you're betting is inconsequential to the process. So just keep that in mind.
Absolutely. And I think right now is a great time to look at whatever books are available in your jurisdiction and start taking a look at how many accounts you have and just open them so you can, if you got to fund them quickly, you have to go through the whole process to get the price that you want or the in-game number that you want. So I'm assuming if you watch this show, you probably have multiple books. If you don't, you should go and open accounts in multiple places, even different jurisdictions. Like if you're in Indiana, like if you live in Gary, Indiana, I would be going over to Illinois and I'd be getting accounts in Illinois books and I'd be getting accounts in Indiana.
If it's close, I mean, don't drive
Gary's
2 hours out of the way.
Yeah.
It won't work.
Gary is on the line.
Oh, okay. All right.
Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana is literally the first place right over.
Okay.
Is that real what you just sent me?
Yes. The bomber that we signed up just sent me that. He said he just noticed these. Yeah. I was like, what?
Is this like a Best Buy?
Bomber, you'll have to tell us in the chat.
That looks like Best Buy.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it.
Pop it on the screen if you can.
I'm looking at a picture of gift cards.
Gift cards for
Ohio.
sports books. Yeah.
In Ohio.
Gift cards for the sports books.
The secure and private way to fund your favorite online sports betting accounts. Sorry, Will. My fucking grandfather would fall over.
Right?
He really would.
Right?
He would fall over.
Right?
If he saw that, he would fall over. Because people used to criticize him because what he used to do for all of us, he'd give us $100 bill for Christmas and he'd give us a big stack of scratch tickets.
Right.
Like that's what we would go ahead and get for Christmas from my grandfather. C-note, stack of scratchies. Like he got arrested for bookmaking. Like he got, and they've got gift cards at like the supermarket where you walk in, you're like, hey, I can fund your account. Go ahead and give your son, your grandson, the gift of a sports book.
It's all happening in a different speed, in a different light. And I don't know. I mean, we'll say it on this show. A lot of it is just, it's not going to be great.
I don't know. Great. I'm so conflicted on this. Like a part of me is just like, I don't care. Like a part of me is like, money is money. Like I don't like, it's great for the books, right? It's great for them to have this, like this handle that grandma, you know, your 21-year-old senior in college comes home and grandma's like, what am I getting Timmy for Christmas? And the mom's like, get him $100 gift card to DraftKings.
Right.
I don't know. It just feels like it doesn't feel wrong to me. Like, I don't think it's like, I say it out loud. I don't think it like, I don't know. It's not like you're buying them like a lap dance or something. There's not like, I don't have like a big problem with it, but there is that part of me of like, that could get really problematic really fast. Like family endorsements, like family giving people the opportunity to go ahead and do it. Like, I
used to buy my brothers and sisters futures.
Okay.
You know, like I'd send them Steelers to win the Super Bowl bets when they were competitive. I've sent them World Series bets. I've sent them Masters.
Yes, Kevin, is exactly what we're saying. Grandma can give you a gift card to fund your account for Christmas. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. What do you want?
Oh, that's a great point. The fee.
Oh, of course.
The gift card fee.
Yeah. There's fees. Yeah.
My Italian grandmother was a bag lady for a book guy.
There you go. I believe that, Blue Spader. That's
wow.
A lot of us were around that back in Pittsburgh. Eron Sean said gift cards are a way to hide it from spouses with joint accounts. Another good way. with the card. Fund the account. Separate, everything. There's many ways to do stuff like that.
All right. KYC.
Yep.
Let me think about this for a second.
What?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out these anti-money laundering laws that are out there. So I'm trying to figure out what if there's no when it pops up on your credit card statement, isn't that betting with credit?
What do you mean you have to fund the account?
Yeah, can I fund the account with my American Express?
No.
You're positive.
I mean, you can fund that card.
Can I
with
buy
whatever
that
you
card
want.
for $500 with an American Express card?
You have to ask the guys in Ohio. Ask the bomber. I don't know. Probably, which is going to lead to major problems because you can take your shot, fund the account on your credit card, and then charge it back if you lose. I mean, it's a scam as old as time. They were doing that back in the late 90s when I was in the islands. It was a total disaster. It's not good. I mean, the books are doing business, but are they doing the right business? Again, like,
Well,
they're posting losses today of billions of dollars. Like they've lost millions of dollars. And they keep, the top guys at DraftKings are selling the stock and, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what's going on. I mean, who's booking the games? That goes back. It's every time we have a meeting, I go, who's booking the games? Remember, the card usually says it holds no value. Sounds like the show.
I was gonna say that phrase. that phrase is just gonna be like, guys, if you see me wearing a BVB shirt that says "holds no value," just understand what I'm doing, because
I may go get that made this week.
Yeah, I think we need. I think I have a sweatshirt that I need to get made. I'm making it for this winter for a hoodie for BVB that I need to go in on the back. I'm going to put BVB holds no value.
Yeah. No,
wear it on the show.
We get told it every day. It's fine. That's good.
Yeah. He funds my up with a debit card. I'm assuming I could use credit card if I wanted.
Well, a debit card is you got to have the funds.
Yeah, but credit card to buy a gift card with a credit card. I've done that before. Now I haven't bought a gift card for a sports book before, but I really wonder. That's really an interesting thought of ways of like going around different types of laws.
Oh, without a doubt. Joe the Fat Panda just said, if I have a Superbook gift card in Colorado, is it a paperweight now?
Kind of.
You got to contact them and see if you can get your money.
Yeah, or just see if you can get to Vegas anytime soon. I'm guessing you can mail it. I'm guessing you can mail it to Vegas.
There might be a mail pay for gift cards.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that when I used to cash the mail pays, they used to come to me every week with, they would compile them from like Wednesday to Wednesday. And then every Wednesday they would come in and say, we need to cash these. People sent so many losers, like hoping that somebody at the mail pay department would take it and cash it and send them a check. Like I would I'd be very surprised if you got a debit or a gift card in the mail.
Right.
They would try. I mean, they would try to see what value it has and send it to you. I mean, you guys send them those things, registered mail. So it costs you to send it. So many things about the business is just incredible.
Boy. Red Sox have lost. They lost 2 games to the Blue Jays yesterday. They're 5 games out of the playoffs. They're dead.
Melting.
Yeah.
Minus 140 today.
They're dead.
Doesn't mean they can't win today.
No, but I think overcoming 5 games, I just think their pitching is so bad. It's just they didn't do enough at the deadline to shore up the bullpen. They've lost 4 games in a row. Now, getting swept by the Diamondbacks isn't that big of a deal, but losing to the Blue Jays, it got beat twice yesterday by them. It's just like, ouch. Like
over to today.
Over to Criswell has been pretty much an over pitcher for the Red Sox.
At first blush, that's an over to
4-1, 12-10, 9-5, 7-4, 10-6 last 5 games.
Sound like softball games.
Yep. Red Sox more dead than the Mariners.
Bro.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, from a wild card standpoint, the Mariners are half a game behind the Red Sox. Mariners, if the Red Sox and the Mariners could combine their two teams, they'd be like unbelievable. But Red Sox can hit, Mariners can't. Mariners can pitch, Red Sox can't. So, same boat.
I got this right here from MLB Network. I'll do some more later for the show tonight. But after this 3-game set versus Tampa, the Mariners embark on a 10-game road trip against the Angels, A's, and Cardinals, all teams under 500.
Okay. They should make a move.
It's not dead yet.
Okay.
And every time you look, they're favored. Like tonight, it's Gilbert, and they're minus 150.
Yeah.
Total 6.5.
They lose 2-1, 3-1.
It's under again.
Yeah.
Like it just continues to be under. This stat is great from the research department there. The Mariners are 53-11. It's an 828 winning percentage when scoring 4+ runs this season.
Yeah.
I can't believe they've scored 4+ runs in 64 games.
Yeah. How many of those happened in like the 8th inning when they were down 6-0?
I don't know, but that's the third best record in baseball.
Yeah.
Scoring 4+ runs behind only the Padres and the Guardians.
Yeah, they can pitch.
What the hell? Team should be making a charge.
Should be. Are they?
6-4 against the Astros this season, and they have 3 games head-to-head remaining in September 23rd and 25th.
Okay.
They have to win all 3. They will have to win all 3, unless they win every game up until that point. When they go 7-3 on that road trip, Angels, A's, Cardinals, we're back. Don't bury them yet.
Don't know.
What are you reading right now? What are you reading right now? You were just reading something.
I'm looking at the standings.
Oh, all right.
I'm trying to see.
I thought you were looking what you were going to order a drink for lunch or something.
No. I'm just looking at the Mariners schedule, the Tigers schedule, and the Red Sox schedule.
The Tigers?
Tigers are 66 and 66, or 6.5 games out. I'm just saying, look, you can overcome a 6-game deficit if the Twins fall apart. Just saying, they're not totally out of it. They're 500. So I'm not saying it's going to happen. I was looking to see if there was a big difference between the 3 teams. Like you could bring it up and say, okay, because Tigers won yesterday. White Sox are now 31-101, 11 straight losses on the run line for the White Sox.
Everybody's waiting for football. Just bet against the White Sox on a run line. What are you waiting for? It's nothing but aggravation, especially the first couple of weeks. Have fun, bet football.
Because I thought I was dead.
This is print money.
I was on it yesterday. I thought I was dead, and it was 2-2 in the 7th. Yeah, a 3-run home run.
We took
Tigers
We took plus 250 on Sportsbook. Me and Ranieri were like, "You got to bet this." Like plus 250. It was plus 1.5, plus 130 on the run line. They were tied 2-2.
Yeah,
they were dogs.
Yep.
We couldn't believe it. They were late to move that line, but because they were down 2-0, it was a little bit even higher. But they're going to set this record.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a torque bomb. Yes, it was. It was huge. 3-run jack. It was gigantic.
There's Fish. We're going to see Fish this weekend, either Sunday or Monday. He's signing up for the contest. That's good. You're never dead betting against the White Sox.
You're not this year. 31-101 for our WNBA heads. Caitlin Clark set the record for threes, rookie record yesterday for threes.
Yeah.
Does this carry over to next year?
I have no idea.
Because the betting on WNBA has been extremely high, highest ever, highest ratings, highest handle, everything.
People are watching.
Yep, and
100%.
Betting.
And I don't know how much they're betting, but it's being discussed a hell of a lot more than it ever has been. And I hope they make the playoffs. That will keep the eyeballs on it even longer. Right? You go to the game, you see the games on TV. There are tons of people at these games.
Yeah. 14-16. They're 2 games under 500. But they got a shot. Got to get going. New York and Connecticut are both heads and tails, but Indiana and Chicago, the Aces and the Lynx. We'll see how it all plays out, but yeah, they could make the playoffs.
Pierre in the cut is right on time. Pierre just popped in when it's like it's just fate. Like our guy in Indiana, right? The barber, him and his dad got a barber shop there, and he came and met us in Chicago. Just walked right in the chat right now when we're talking about the Fever. Perfect timing. I don't know. Do you guys think that the Fever will make? Let me ask this question. Have you made a bet on the WNBA this season? You have. I have.
I made 50.
5-0? It's the most you ever made on the WNBA in a season, right? I mean, it ain't even close.
It's 50 times more bets than I made in the WNBA.
No, you bet it last year.
A little bit. The Aces. I bet Aces games last year. Yeah,
exactly.
I bet Aces. The last 2 years, I've bet the Aces. But, I bet 50 games. I bet a lot more than I ever have.
We got PB, yes. JPC, no. Yorkie, yes. JC from KC, no.
3 people would be fun.
Do it. Meyer, yes. This is one of those things. There's as many yeses and nos. That never used to be the case. It used to be one yes
and all no's.
And all no's. There was like 10% of people betting now were betting it. Now it's probably 50%.
It's become part of the normal content creator sports betting conversation.
Yep. No question.
It's part of it. Now, it doesn't happen a ton, no, but it does. People are talking, people are betting, people are watching. And the playoffs, we'll see what the playoffs can be. That's going to be Iowa year over year. Can you imagine what the handle is going to be in Iowa? Oh my.
In Iowa and Indiana. It's good.
This is Blue. I know you're kidding, but I get frustrated. People ask me like if I need it. But come on. It's
part of the job. Blue Spader. He's not doing it just because it's part of the job.
Just want to get paid. I get paid to do it.
There's Steve. He likes to wager on the NBA. Loves to wager on the WNBA.
Or there's Rain.
And there's Rain. Never bet on the WNBA. And Rain bets on a lot of things. So listen. We had the BVB hat. Onler and Little Onler were at the game wearing the BVB hat.
She's had 20 or more rebounds in 3 straight games.
What's the number?
I think it's been like 16, 15, somewhere in that range.
Oh, it's going way over?
Way over. 22 rebounds in a WNBA game is ridiculous. Can't put that number much higher than that.
That is a lot of rebounds. Playing a lot of minutes or just missing a lot of shots?
Both. She gets her own rebounds. People talk about the fact that she misses her own shots a lot, gets her own rebounds a lot. That's what pads her stats.
Okay.
Yeah, I that's true.
Montgomery. I love wagering on anything that I can win at, which recently hasn't been much. Should have had the Phillies yesterday. We did it here. Wheeler money line was good.
On that. So, all right, to college football we go. Conference breakdown time. We've already done the Big Ten, done the Big 12. Now the ACC. We'll hold the others to later in the week. In your opinion, who is the best team in the ACC? This is an awesome argument.
Well, it's only 3 options, right?
Correct. Yep. But it's a good fight.
Well, it's a good fight now because Florida State lost. Right?
I think they're still in the conversation. I think Florida State is still in the conversation. Stop it.
CBW. I'm going to have Matt do a poll with the 3 teams. Syracuse is not one of the teams, CBW. You know we love you, but they're not one of the 3 teams. Who do you think wins the ACC? And the 3 teams are Clemson, Florida State.
Yep.
Miami. Not North Carolina?
No.
Yeah. I think this is going to be pretty obvious who's going to win this.
Be careful. I think it's a huge argument. So, who is Cade Klubnik? What is he this year? Is he the 5-star kid that was supposed to come in and be the next Trevor Lawrence, or is he the kid that couldn't throw and hit the broadside of a barn in the first half of last year? So, that dictates everything because I know what Cam Ward is. Cam Ward's a 1st-round pick. Cam Ward's a first-round draft pick quarterback. So, and he's got weapons at Miami. He's got a running game at Miami. Their defensive line is going to be the nastiest, one of the nastiest in the entire ACC and the country. Miami's live to win the ACC. Miami is live to make the playoffs. Clemson's got, like we talked about yesterday with Clemson and Georgia. Like Clemson's got such incredible talent on the roster, except for the most important position. So if Klubnik can play the way he's capable of playing and he steps into the role and steps up to the guy he was over the last 5 games of the year last year, it is Clemson. Clemson wins. But today, right now, I'm taking Miami. I bet Miami to make the playoffs.
Fair. They're only getting one team in.
One? Yeah, I agree. One.
That loss is from Florida State is going to
crusher loss. But unless Tech goes in and Georgia Tech's much better than we think, then maybe it looks better in hindsight. But right now, it's tough.
Clemson's going to lose to Georgia, so they're going to have a loss.
Yep. But how badly they lose to Georgia will impact their ability to get in that large.
Just the number right now. It's just a loss. If they lose by 21, whatever it is, that Georgia's going to be the number one. They're the number one team in the country.
Yeah, but they get smacked. People will go, okay, we don't want to see that again.
What's worse, that loss if they lose by 17 or 21 to Georgia, or Florida State losing as a 10.5 to 11-point favorite to Georgia Tech on a neutral? What's worse? What's a worse loss? I'd argue that the Florida State loss is worse.
Yeah.
So Miami's interesting. I don't know. There's a lot of people that don't like the coach. We'll see.
Oh, I think there's a lot. Cristobal's on the hot seat. I think there's no debating that. If he gets off to a really rough start, given the talent he brought in, he's been a great recruiter, but can he actually win? This is a year in which Miami can win. You have a potentially down year for Clemson. We know Florida State already. DJU just is not going to get it done. Like Ugalele just isn't a good college quarterback. It's just, he's bounced around for all these places for a reason. He's big and he's strong. So coaches fall in love with him, but he just, when it comes to the game itself and when the game's on the line, you can't trust that kid.
Any love for NC State?
There's been a lot of gambling love for NC State. I don't subscribe to it, but I know people in the space really do like NC State a lot, and like North Carolina too. They think that they're going to be able to replace Drake May, and they got wide receiver talent that Mac Brown's recruited really well, and now Carolina is more of an option for skill players to go and run that offense. So the conference gets made fun of a lot, and I think they're only going to get one, but there are some decent teams.
Man, I can't wait.
Keep an eye on NC State.
This weekend. I think ACC could get 2. Wow. Virginia Tech?
I don't think so, but.
Well, thank you, AOWN.
We'll see. I think, again, Clemson, Miami, Florida State. Next tier is NC State, North Carolina, and Virginia Tech. And we'll just kind of see how it goes. And then, obviously, where is Georgia Tech? Like, where do they factor into it?
How come you're not mentioning Syracuse?
Because Syracuse sucks.
He said it, CBW, not me. But he might be right. What about Pitt?
You picked Ohio State. You picked up Ohio State's cast off to be your quarterback. So I can't really, I can't really jump up and down about Syracuse. Pitt. I don't. Pitt's. Are you nervous, by the way, for this weekend? Is Penn State really going to blow this? Everyone's on West Virginia. Like everyone. No one's taking Penn State. I almost want to take Penn State just because everyone's on the other side.
I'm sitting with Richie B yesterday, talking about some things, and Timmy Murray came up to us, said hello, and he goes, "You nervous about this weekend?" And I said, "Well, a lot of people really like West Virginia." And Richie and I don't know if he was joking or not. He's like, "I made the game 5.5. I can't believe it's 8.5 or 9." And I went, and Tim looked at me and I go, "I hate when he does that. And he walked away. And I don't know if he probably took it to the show and said, I talked to a veteran odds maker and he
Yeah.
said it was, he made it 5.5. It's probably should be under 7. It's probably going to be a tough game. Yeah. I don't want to lose the first game of the season. I mean, it's not good for content. And Richie goes, in classic, the pencil, Richie Bocciolari terms, he goes, well, what the fuck do you care if they lose or not? He said, are you still on the payroll? And I'm like, well, no, I'm just an alumni. He goes, they don't care about you no more. Bet West Virginia plus the points. And I was like, I love this business. Thanks, Richie. Thanks for the reality check. See you later. Sorry, Will. I had to get that one out.
Everyone
did it earlier. I had to drop one.
I don't know. I just can't. In game, I think I've decided I'm going to bet that game in game. See if I can get a better price than Penn State.
Remember what'd you call it? Fight song.
Fight Song Friday. Fight Song Friday was awesome. I've literally tried to figure out how to bring it to the show. I've thought about how do we do it, and we don't take commercials, so I don't know what we do, and I don't know what we can play in which we won't get the strike from YouTube.
Seconds. 15 seconds. We have to keep it under 15 seconds, and it'll never appear anywhere. We can keep it under 15 seconds, so you can play little clips of stuff. When we talk about that game, blast it for 5 seconds and shut it off. We can do it. I love that. That was my listen. We've done so many things together, and Thursdays and all this other stuff, and Monday recaps and Monday Night Football. But Fight Song Friday was literally my favorite thing that we did, because you would put the Penn State on, and then when Penn State wasn't playing or didn't have a big game, it was like Notre Dame, which I just it's a great fight song. But
PTO is pushing the odds for those of you who do not remember.
Yes,
the radio show, the national radio show that Dave and I started working on. That was the origin of this show.
Absolutely.
Was pushing the odds. Okay, so you're telling me I can do stingers, or I can do I can put up like a slide that has both teams on there, and I can play a fight song for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm not, and YouTube's not going to strike us down.
In and out. I don't know. Listen, everybody's trying to strike us down. What's another strike from YouTube? We'll see.
I don't know. It's a lot of work to get all that chaos. I get it. You don't. I get all these emails, these legal threats.
I see the emails now.
We're pulling this down.
I see the emails now.
Yes, the wheels are turning. 100%. I'm going. Okay.
Yeah.
So I can do this because I can create.
We can do 3. Just do 3 games. Penn State, West Virginia, Notre Dame, Texas A&M, and LSU, USC.
Well, I mean, I'm doing this every Friday.
Let's do it once this Friday for Roll Call Friday, Fight Song Friday. We'll brand the whole thing.
Okay.
And, when we talk to the sponsors that want to come on, we'll mention this as well, because I think it'll be fun. You guys can email us suggestions for big games. No, like Purdue playing somebody's not a big game. It's never going to make the list. It's not this time. But
Leg Chill, the answer is yes. I bet the over. I like UNLV a lot. Over 7 wins.
Got to get Adam on the show. Got to talk to Adam between the Raiders stuff and the UNLV
The
stuff.
white kid coming back is huge for UNLV. Huge. Kid's an unbelievable talent. Was offered tons of money. Said, no, I'm sticking around. Barry Odom's my guy. I want to play for Barry. So, and the offensive coordinator that built that new offense that they've got.
That's a good point. We could test this whole thing with the ODU fight song. Mikey Awesome. I don't think anybody
Ricky
would.
White's a problem. Kid's a problem. Kid's a problem. Yeah. Ricky White's a problem. 100%. So, all right, we'll try Fight Song Friday this week. All right. Another thing. I have a new Roll Call Friday stinger to roll out on Friday. So we'll roll out maybe a Fight Song Friday stinger.
I saw that.
So
Sonic doing work in the dark in the middle of the night whenever he does it.
It's awesome.
Looks great.
Just gotta find. I know he said that we're waiting on the trumpets from you know who.
We got a trumpet player.
Hey, trumpet, you're supposed to send the clip.
One of the wieners.
Yeah.
5 wieners in a hat. We got some names, baby.
Oh my gosh. Do we ever 5
And
winners in a hat? All right. Is there a surprise team in the ACC?
Does NC State qualify?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. I mean, that's the
That's
buzz.
the betting. Yeah, the betting team is NC State. Everyone thinks NC State's going to do something special. I don't know. I got to see it before I buy into NC State. All right, time for the Circa Sports Pro Football Team of the Day. Guys, this is a big weekend coming up here for Circa Sports. We've seen, like, what did he say yesterday? 1,500 survivors were signed up for?
Yeah, over the weekend, Kevin.
Over the weekend.
Yeah.
1,500.
Yeah.
Like, hello. So there's a lot of things going on at Circa right now. If you guys are coming into town, it's $1,000 to enter the Survivor, $1,000 to enter Circa Million. Look at Million, okay? If you look at the Millions content, is over 150 ways to win money in the Circa Millions contest. If you're toying between the two, yes, Survivor is going to be $11 million or more. I get all that, and it's one pick per week, and you got to go 20-0.
Yep.
But I love the line that you said, that you can have a bad week in Millions and recover.
Yep.
Can't have a bad week in Survivor.
It's over.
How confident are you that you can go 20-0? Million may be the way to go for this. The Circa Sports Pro Football Team of the Day, the Baltimore Ravens. We're at number 3 for our countdown. 32 teams and 32 shows.
This is number 2. Okay.
This is number 3. It's the Baltimore Ravens. Win total is 10.5. Circa has juiced it to the under, but it's minus 105 to the over. Cheap price to the over on this. Is this the year for the Ravens? I know you hate them, so it's hard for you to say.
Win the Super Bowl?
Win it all. Is this Lamar's year?
Are they going to get home field again and lose?
Let's go through the schedule, because it's not an easy schedule by any means for them. They play Kansas City Thursday.
Yeah.
3-point dogs.
A week from Thursday.
Sorry.
They'll probably win that game.
Money line. Ravens.
You like them?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
I'll take the points, but
Right.
Ravens +3 in that game. Casey's done it before. Casey would do it again. Out of the gate. Hungrier, angrier team. Ravens didn't do anything in the preseason, unlike other years. Harbaugh lost a game 30-3.
Right.
So
AOWN said last year was the Ravens year. I don't know. Look at the schedule. What if they start out win? They going to Dallas and winning?
I don't know. Right now, I'd say yes.
What is that line? I'm going to guess close to pick. Baltimore. All the lines. All right. Let me see here. We got Baltimore. Wow. They're favored by 1 at Dallas. 8-point favorites against the Raiders.
Yeah, that's true. Crap. That's good. What are they against on Sunday night against Buffalo at home?
3-point favorites. First time they're a dog.
At Cincy?
Oh, no. It says pick 'em now at Dallas. So
okay.
That might be. But
I think they
1.5-point dogs at Cincy.
I say 4-0 until they get to Cincy. They lose there.
Right.
And then they beat Washington.
Yeah.
I think they split Tampa and they split the Tampa Cleveland trip.
Monday night at Tampa, Sunday at Cleveland. They split. I could buy that. Okay.
Then Denver,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think they win the next 2. Denver, Cincy, they win both those games. Then they, I don't know what Pittsburgh. You tell me. Pittsburgh. I think they split Pittsburgh and Chargers road trips.
Last year, the Steelers won both games against the Ravens. Think about that.
So then this year, it's the Ravens win both games.
No, split.
They'll split. You hope.
They'll split.
Philly on December 1st, before the bye.
Oh man, I think they lose that game.
J-Dal bets is going to be at home games. We can get weather reports.
That's good to know.
At New York, home for Pittsburgh. At Houston, home for Cleveland. 3-1.
2-2 at worst.
12-5.
I say 11-6 at worst. Wow.
Yeah, I think
Going over.
they go 12-5. They might get 13.
1 seed? Again?
Yeah, they're definitely in. I don't like Henry to get 1,000 yards. I like Henry to go over his touchdown prop. It's 10.5.
Yeah, he's going to be the goal line back now.
Yeah. So I don't know. I like Lamar. I had a fantasy football draft yesterday, and I drafted Lamar 7th or in the 2nd round. I think Lamar
fantasy football draft.
Yeah.
Oh
God. I took
You
Lamar
have
in the
enough
second.
going on.
I know, right? It was in between. I literally was driving to school doing a fantasy football draft. You're busy when you do your fantasy football draft while you're driving.
The views expressed of this show are not by Boston University Books, solely by Matt Peralta at
Sorry.
Sportsbook. Driving while doing a fantasy draft.
The Yahoo app is pretty good. It's pretty good. You can do a lot of stuff on the Yahoo. So I made the first 7 picks, and then I auto drafted the rest.
Oh, are you happy with your team?
I mean, Yahoo's not. They said I'm going to be mediocre, but you know how they do that? They do that whole they rank your
give you a report card.
The report card, like mediocre is what they called my draft.
It's all AI generated.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I don't give a crap. I did 2 stacks. I stacked Lamar and Flowers. And then I took for a backup quarterback. I took who did I take for a backup quarterback? I forget who I stacked. I did 2 stacks of that. So like if Lamar doesn't work out or he gets hurt. Oh, Jared Goff. I took Jared Goff and Amon St. Brown. So I've got those 2 as like stacks in case things end up if he gets hurt. Lamar could get hurt. Lamar's 1 run and 1 big hit away from the whole year unraveling.
So you can only play 1 QB.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You have Lamar and Goff.
Yep.
You got nothing but aggravation with that.
Why?
Because you have 2 quarterbacks. You only can play 1.
Yeah, but there's bye weeks. You have to have a backup in fantasy.
I understand. But
guy gets hurt. You got to have backups.
Right. But you're going to have to decide between weeks. Like, I'm going to play Goff is your starter in that situation. I agree. But I can't believe you drafted Goff and him.
Why? I think it's good. I think to have an opportunity to play
more points on your bench this season than you're going to have in your lineup. That's the way it goes.
Maybe that's possible. Yeah. I mean, you can go back and forth when you play them. I hear that.
You will be able to trade one of them by week 4.
Yeah. I don't like fantasy and me. I like doing fantasy football because it helps me betting props, but I don't care about my fantasy football team. Like, I don't care if I win or lose. I like following it just so I can know. And like now the Sunday ticket is going to incorporate my fantasy football team onto the screen.
Just what you need. More tabs open on your stuff. Just what you need.
On my TV. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's going to be a fun football year. I'm very much excited for it.
Damn, bro. I just leaned in. I wasn't ready for that one. That one actually, I felt like it was right in my head. That was loud. I think you cranked that up.
Nope. Brigade Proxy Service, pro football story of the day. You guys can text us if you are coming to town, 702-570-8255. It's going to be a bonkers weekend, guys. Okay. This is the last full weekend to sign up for the contests with Circa, the Westgate, before the start of the NFL season. It starts on Thursday. The deadline is Saturday of next week, 2:00 Pacific, next Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. But everyone's going to come in. People are driving in. People are flying in. People are going to be here a ton. If you need us, text us, 702-570-8255. I signed up a very nice gentleman yesterday. If you guys are a local, locals can use proxies too, by the way. If you don't want to mess with it and you want to be able to go out of town, this guy was going to Hawaii for a month. He was like, wait, I can't enter the picks myself? No, you must be
from Hawaii.
Not from Hawaii. So YouTube TV just asked me about my feedback on the Sunday ticket. I'm going to say, don't charge me on August 16th. How about that? That's my feedback from YouTube TV and the Sunday ticket. Don't charge me a month before the year starts. My God.
When do you want them to charge you?
Before the year begins. Charge
It's
me
August
before the
16th.
season when I'm going to use it.
That's right before the season, is it not?
August 13th? No, it's not. First game of Sunday Ticket is September the 8th.
Gives you a month to know that it's coming. That's
September
what you
the
get
9th.
told.
No, they get their money a month ahead of time. That's what they want it for. They want to be able to capitalize and rake it all in. That's what they want. Didn't even give me a discount on top of that. 702-570-8255, or you can go to our website, thebvbshow.com. Email us there and set up an appointment to come in and have us with this for this football season. Brigade Proxy Service, Pro Football Store today. NFL is not going to use the Hawkeye for first downs. After all that, after all the talk, after all the hype, they said, sorry. No.
Give me that index card and Gene's Therator. Chain gang.
It's annoying.
We're back, baby.
It's annoying.
We're back.
It's annoying.
Chain gang. Well, you got to make sure it's right. I'd rather it not be used if it ain't right. Can't use it wrong. Can't have hashtag save the chain gang. Tell them CBW. I mean, can't get rid of it. Try
next year. Next year will be the first. The earliest they can use it is next year, which sucks. I was hoping.
Make sure it works.
Yeah. That's why they pause it. All right. CBW sent this to us. Do we like this? This is not that new, but it's kind of interesting. You can do a mythical matchup, team versus team, with point spreads. Do you like this? These teams are not playing each other. NC State is not playing North Carolina. NC State is playing a cupcake. North Carolina is playing Minnesota. Colorado is not playing Utah.
Yeah.
The number is 12.5.
Right.
As if they were playing each other, but they're not playing each other. So you have 4 teams involved in this bet versus 2.
Right.
You a fan?
If you were to bet that I was a fan or not of that, what would you say?
I would say no, but you often do like creative markets because it generates handle.
It's very creative. I will give you that. But
historically,
again,
you have liked things that generate handle.
That's fine. But I put the dark glasses on just in case anybody starts looking for me after this one. Will, you ready? What the fuck is this? It's hard enough to find the games that the teams are playing each other.
Right.
Ain't nobody using no game numbers.
Right.
We're going to put the teams that aren't playing each other, make a line, 21.5, some ridiculous bullshit money line, and we're going to put a total, and we're using minus 118. Look, it's a skill shot. That's great. We went
Skill shot is the ultimate skill shot.
Oh, yeah, we're going to make a number. This is great. Let's get the math guys to really think about this, because maybe, just like the NFL preseason, we'll take a bet from the public on this. Ain't nobody going to bet this. One of my pet peeves was doing all this great work, sitting down with 2 or 3 other odds makers and coming up with numbers, putting it up, and you get crickets. Nobody bets it. We did like the Battle of Pennsylvania. Steelers season win total versus Eagles season win total. Put it up. Great. Keystone battle. Crickets. Nobody bet it. Raiders, when they were up in Oakland versus the Niners, season win total. Battle of the Bay. But I forget what we called it. Put it out. The best part about it is we put it out. And PointsBet copied it.
No.
Directly.
Wow.
They called the bets the exact same thing. The guy hit Control-C and copied it all and posted it on their website. And we were like, what the was that? We're the only people in the world to do it. Then we got somebody to write an article about it. We took like 6 bets on it. A mythical matchup. Listen, you're the perfect customer to ask this question. So you made 50 bets on the WNBA. Would you bet one of these even for the job?
Yes.
Bullshit. That's
Yes.
You're just saying that.
No, because I would need to see if I actually thought there was a line that was wrong. I would bet it if I thought there actually was an edge, but I'm not like actively looking to bet it. The amount of work I would need to do, because again, it's not 2 teams, it's 4 teams. So I need to see how many points do I think this team's going to score against that team's defense.
Right.
And then I got to see how many points is that other team's defense going to give up to the other team? Who's favored? What's the number? What's the money line? Like I don't think I would bet a spread, but I might bet it with a money line price if it was close. That money line price is not close. The money line price is ridiculous. The money line price is like minus 1,600.
I mean, not only is it minus 1,600, but it's plus 840 the other way.
Right.
Like what mythical lines, like mythical matchups.
Like this is a little easier. 410 still too expensive, but like, I don't know. Can you parlay them? I'm guessing it's.
Oh, what are you doing right now? Can you parlay this crap?
If it's FanDuel, do a 2-leg money line parlay.
I'm gonna get whacked. Somebody's gonna vaporize me from this entire space because I mean, I guess this will probably be on a rundown tonight to talk about. Like, I just don't know what this is.
It's a really interesting idea, though. I mean, again, you normally like things that generate handle.
I do.
I think that would generate handle. I think people hypothetically would look at that and go, "Huh, NC State's going to kill that team by 100. They might cover." I mean, how many points are we going to see from Carolina? 10?
Nathan Phillips said they are parlayable.
Oh, it has to be. It's FanDuel.
And then
of course it's parlayable.
Jay Dalbett said, "No, you can't parlay them. I want to check." LOL. I love this chat. I love you all. I really do. But if you're going to type something, please be sure of it.
I think you could. It would make sense. You could parlay them. Why wouldn't you let somebody parlay them? What's the difference? It's a price. It's a number.
Sure.
Can we Wong tease them?
Here we go.
Can we? That's a great question. Can you tease them?
My head's gonna explode. My head's gonna. We need a stinger for when Dave's head explodes. Boing! Where is Hugh Janus right now? Hugh Janus, I need you in the chat, please. What the hell is
You can
this?
do it. You can do it.
Oh my God.
You just now try, Nathan. Can you tease it? Go see if you can tease it. If you can parlay the plays, can you tease them? That would be tremendous if you could tease them. Oh, J-Dow says at 8 a.m. they were not parlayable. Now they are. There we go.
They probably listened to their customers. That's what they do, right?
They were complaining.
Yeah. We want to parlay this. Oh, look, we put those things up and the kids want to parlay them. Let them go. Parlay it. Sure.
Yep. You can parlay them in Ontario.
There you go, Linus. Thank you.
Yes. Go see if you can tease that, guys. It would be wild if you.
I mean, listen,
you can tease
I'm telling you this right now. All right. We appreciate everybody that watches the show.
Oh, not teasable.
Content creators.
Not teasable.
If I hear another show talking about mythical matchups today
with teasers and parlays, it's coming. They're going to do it. You know this is happening.
I just want you to thank the BVB.
Right.
Just say you heard it on BVB. You don't even have to say Matt and Dave. If you don't like him or you don't like me, I can't help that. Just say you heard it on the show, please. Mythical matchup parlays. We might have to do a segment.
Ooh, that might be interesting. A mythical matchup parlay of the day.
What have I done? I said that shit out loud.
A mythical matchup parlay of the day. Hold on. Let me see how many markets do they actually have. This would be fun to see. Hold on.
I just do.
I want to look at now. I'm excited now. Mythical matchups. We have holy shit. There's a ton. Wow. Whoa. How about Iowa State in week 1?
You can bet against you could bet that matchup every week.
Iowa State.
Iowa people. Yeah, they'll put that up every week. All you do is take the team totals,
right?
And then you look at the total for the other game, and depending on home or away, like I can do it in my head. I can't explain it how it's done. I know how to come up with the numbers.
So Texas, Oklahoma's laying 3.5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
you can set this up every week.
So, okay. So let me see something here. So Texas is playing at home against Colorado State.
What's their number for the game?
The number 28? For the game is 32.
Okay. I didn't even look. I still got it.
And Oklahoma is playing Temple. And the number is 42.5.
Oh my Lord. What's the total in that game?
Off the 59.5.
Reason number 10,000,000.1 why I'm glad I'm not in the book. First 2 weeks of college football when it's a 41 for a spread and the total's 45 or 55-9.
Sonic wants to know, what are we doing under?
Mythical
what,
matchup.
what are we doing here? Oh, what are we doing here, Stinger? Well, what are we doing? So if you played Iowa State, total is 71.5. Can Iowa and Iowa State combine to score 71.5 points? That's a fun bet. Come on. That's a fun bet.
Here we go.
I actually kind of like this. This is kind of fun. Iowa State combined. Iowa State's. Oh, did they? I mean, hold on.
Who they playing?
Yeah, because they play each other in week 2.
That has nothing to do with this.
Right, but Iowa State plays North Dakota.
Oh,
They're 28.5 point favorites. The total is off the board. It's an FCS matchup.
that's tough to do those totals. It's really
And then
tough.
Iowa is playing.
They have a layup too, don't they?
Yeah, of course they do. It might be Northern Iowa though. Where is
Who guys in the chat?
I can't find Iowa. Where is the Iowa game? Oh,
They both play FCS schools.
Yeah, let's see. Iowa plays
Illinois State.
Illinois State. That's the game he's suspended. Ferentz is suspended for it. It's the line is 22.5. It opened at 40.5. Is that right? That can't be right. That can't be right. It's 22.5 right now for that. 40.5 is the total is 40.5. So how many points will Illinois State score against Iowa?
10 or less.
Okay, so let's say 10. How many points is Iowa going to score with their new offense? Because they're going to run the score up in my mind because of the inability to score last year.
34.
Okay, so 34. Iowa State against North Dakota. 30?
Lower. What's the team total?
Then it's under. Then it's under.
Right.
So we're betting under.
Buckle up, boys and girls. Going to be betting Iowa under even in the mythical matchups.
I love this.
I see what we've done.
Yeah, see, here come the Hawk fans. Iowa won't show anything going in.
Here we go.
Right, showing anything. Wow. Iowa's former Syracuse up scoring.
Light it up.
They do. Oh, that's phenomenal. How fun is that? This could be really fun. I actually really like
this. Maybe 3 hours. Friday show maybe 3 hours.
I like this market. This market's fun. That's a fun market.
It is a fun market.
I actually do really enjoy this. Do we want to talk about the DK story in the NFLPA or save it for tomorrow?
Oh, we can talk about it real quick.
Okay. NFLPA is suing DraftKings for a lot of money. $65 million.
Yeah.
They're suing them.
They failed NFT business.
We talked about this
when everybody was talking about how these NFTs were going to be really big.
Yeah. No, not even close.
And I asked a very simple question to some people that were into it.
What is it? Why?
I said, and again, sorry, Will. What the fuck is an NFT? What is it? It's an image.
Yes.
I own it, but you buy it and I trick. This sounds ridiculous.
A non-fungible token. It is a digital asset.
Hold on. Did you say fungible?
Fungible. A non-fungible token. A digital asset that is stored on a blockchain and represents a unique asset such as art, music, or video. NFTs are similar to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and, well, I can't say that word, but they have a digital signature that makes them unique and prevents them from being exchanged for each other. NFTs can be thought of as digital certificates of ownership and authenticity for a given asset.
Did that clear anything up?
Nope. I have no idea what it is. Why is it valuable? Where does it live? Who has it and why?
I can't. Non-fungible, which is a hell of a fun word to say. Can you touch it?
No.
You can't.
Nope.
Listen, I don't know. I heard it at the time and I was like, I don't know what this is. I ain't buying one. I ain't been involved with selling one.
Nope.
I don't want nothing to do with this. They decided to stop it, DraftKings, and said, Well, we just decided to stop it. We ain't paying you. The NFLPA did a deal with them to pay them to use their name, image, and likeness. And just because something went out of business, Counselor Perrault, doesn't mean you don't have to pay, right?
I mean, depends how the contract is written, you know?
And
how was the contract written? I don't know.
Hopefully they're
but they canceled it without conferring with the NFL. And that's why the PA is mad.
Yeah. So Sonic stores my NFTs in the blockchain. See my MySpace page for more info.
No idea. But there you go. The Cubs and the Pirates, Steele and Jones.
Please.
Cubs are slight favorites.
I wore the Cubs stuff today to try to put it on them. Trying to put the Maloik on them.
Okay.
I mean, my man Iggy didn't even text me last night when the Cubs scored. What did they score? 18 runs?
18. 8 steals, 21 hits.
Oh, my God.
Bad.
I really hope Jones pitches well. I'll be watching this in game. It'll be the first game of the night, along with the KC Cleveland game, which is another good game.
Padres Cardinals. Cease Mikolas.
Yeah.
We're not doing any walking and talking to this game.
Pause. Padres. Padres was a gift yesterday. You got to lay the price today with Cease, but Padres again.
I think the over is probably a decent bet. Both offenses get going on this.
Yeah. Not a bad idea.
I want no more. Give the Pirates no more money. I'm done. Don't blame me. Don't blame me one bit on that. Astros, Verlander, Nola with the Phillies. A little pricey on Philly, huh? Another mispriced with the Astros.
It wasn't mispriced yesterday. I think this is a bargain. This is a bargain basement price with the Phillies today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a bargain basement price.
You like the Phillies?
I do.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
And then our late night game is Orioles, Dodgers.
How about this?
I would parlay this, put this in a parlay. Irvin sucks. Over too.
Sorry, Kevin, and all you O's fans.
Irvin sucks. He's horrible.
It's not going to be good. I mean, just bet Ohtani to get a hit, to hit a home run, do all that other stuff. He's going to have a night tonight.
Yeah, Irvin is
Mookie, something, 2 hits plus bases over. All the Dodger props probably good tonight.
Yeah, team total over.
Yeah,
Dodgers score a lot of runs tonight. All right, time for Better to Book It. We'll get it in here before we wrap with Sports Grid and Sirius section, and then we'll do favorite thing about today in bonus time. I'm going to ride the streak here. It's pretty much a pick 'em. Diamondbacks money line against the Mets tonight. D-backs to win 7 straight.
I don't know how you go against them, but this will be one. It's fought now pitching, right? Change your pitcher. It's a dead pick 'em, and the Mets are going to end up favored. I'm just telling you now. I like Mets.
Manaya's 1, 4, or 5.
I know. I like Mets. Well,
that's annoying. It was not supposed to be fought.
It was not. Yeah. So pitching change from the listed starter overnight.
No, I'm already pot committed to let's go D-backs.
All right.
That's too bad. I probably wouldn't have bet it though. That's kind of annoying.
I will be splitting watching baseball tonight between this game and that Dodger Orioles game.
Over 8 White Sox.
Haney, Crochet.
Yep. Crochet is going to go 3 innings, and then the bullpen comes in and gives up 1,000 runs.
Sounds like over.
Yeah.
That's a bet.
And then finally, Miami laying 2.5 at Florida coming up on Saturday. Saturday game.
Saturday football, college football.
Opened at 3, was bet to 2.5. Early money came in on Florida. I'm not backing Mertz ever for Florida.
Oh,
can't do it. I have a better quarterback. I have better skill players. This is one of those lines that I think is a little bit light on Miami because nobody really believes in Mario Cristobal. But I think this is the first opportunity for Cam Ward. If he's going to win the Heisman, this is one of his chances to really put up a big number against Billy Napier's team. And I don't think Billy Napier is lasting very long in Florida. I think he's on his way out. I'll lay the short number on a road favorite for Miami.
This game is at the Swamp or neutral?
Swamp. Road game. Swamp hasn't been a hard place to play recently.
No. First thought today, until proven otherwise, is this is a bet. I think Hurricanes win.
It's going to be a fun game. Can't wait. This is a really good game. This is one of the
Saturday's going to be fun as
Georgia,
hell.
Clemson, awesome game. Miami, Florida, awesome game. I mean, I'm so psyched we're going to be in the book setting people up because it's all I want to do is sit and watch football.
Penn State, West Virginia.
Penn State, West Virginia is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
We got to get Gumpy to do a hit with us on Friday. Tell him, throw the camera up and come on the show. Give us an on-the-ground report from Morgantown. It'll be fun. If you guys are with us live on YouTube and Twitter, don't move. If you're listening,
I might be doing it on the hit round from Morgantown.
You're not going to Penn State, West Virginia. Come on. You can, but come on. Of all the weekends. Yikes. Sports Grid and Sirius XM. Thank you for being here. We're back tomorrow. If you guys are with us on YouTube and Twitter, you guys get bonus time.
Ohio, Syracuse, CBW. Never change.
Awesome game.
Not awesome. What's the total in that game?
Ooh. Is Solich still the coach in Ohio?
Come on, bro.
Is Frank Solich still there?
Focused on the baseball. I have no idea who the coach is. Can't be. Can't be.
Frank Solich is still, yes, 16th year. Entering his 16th year as the head coach of Ohio.
God bless. What's the line on it?
God, really?
Yeah, we got to look.
The line of Syracuse and Ohio.
Somebody find it. Put it in the chat.
The line for Syracuse and
No
Ohio.
more Solich. He retired.
Oh,
It's Tim Albin now.
oh, thank you. What's it on the website? He's entering his 16th season. They got to update their website.
Oh, listen, Nathan Phillips went in the chat and said it. So,
It's on their website. It says, well, we're entering his 16th year.
Syracuse, wow, 14 opener, 14 and a half, 17 and a half at some places.
Wow.
Only 47 and a half for the total. Syracuse is supposed to be pretty hard out, at least at home.
Because you've got the McCord kid coming from Ohio State. But Kyle McCord sucked at Ohio State, and I can't see him much better at Syracuse.
We might need a little stinger for the doctor. I've communicated. I've reached out to the doctor.
Okay.
And we might have to have a quick, if I can get him to get it to me so you can build a quick graphic and we can bring it in with like a house call doctor thing.
Okay. Oh, I love that idea.
Round robin of the week.
Love that idea.
Yeah. So I said, I'm going to rely on you to do it. You have to do it. And it's a round robin and it's all pluses. You play them all on a money line. You go 3s and 4s. If it hits once during the season, it's good. If it hits twice, you're way in the money. And a lot of times you can play them on the points. But
I bet it a ton last year.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Favorite thing about today is what?
That show really got a very positive response. And I got a lot of texts from a lot of people and inquiries as to what we're doing for football, you and I, with this show. And my favorite thing about today is that I was up extremely early this morning.
Were you ever?
I was, because I mean, there's a lot going on with the girls back east, and Jess is realizing that in 2 days she's going to hug and kiss those 2 girls goodbye and have to come home and, you know, be around me and football season and all that other crap. I think she's getting a little bit antsy. So we had to talk her down and make everything. But the calls and the text that reached out, thankful and really gratitude for people that want to see this show succeed, that continue to help us show up and do this show. for each other. I mean, me and Matt are doing this for each other. We're doing it for you guys too, but we're doing it for our daughters and trying to figure this all out. So my favorite thing about today, 100%, is gratitude for this 2 hours every day. And we move the show around Mondays and Wednesdays. Matt has to be fight traffic. How was traffic yesterday when you went down there?
Easy.
Good.
Easy.
Okay. I want to jinx it.
They cleaned it up. Yeah.
Good. So
easy.
We're going to start a little earlier on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yep.
Than normal. And then a little bit later, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. But we're going to still keep doing the show. Just in case anybody's wondering.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to keep doing the show.
Oh, yeah.
One way or the other.
100%.
So thankful for the show.
And along the same lines, I mean, we started the show with this, but this was my favorite thing about today with Riley Pay, who's a former student of mine on the right-hand side who got to call a Red Sox game 3 years ago. She was sitting in my audio announcing class at UNLV, and now she's at the broadcast booth at Nesson, broadcasting internationally, nationally, internationally, all over the MLB broadcast in every sports book in America, in every sports bar in America. It shows you what's possible in the world if you just go and do things and do what you want and let your talent speak for itself and let everything kind of fall into place. And so it's always a great reminder of like, you never know. You just never know where you're going to be in 3 years. You never know where you're going to be in 6 months. You never know where you're going to be in 6 years. It's just put your head down, do the work, and then see what happens. And I'm really happy for Riley. I'm happy for her family. But it's just it's a great lesson for my students who are going to be sitting in that same classroom that she was sitting in, taking the same class that she took, to kind of hold that up and say, hey, like, chase your dreams. Like that. It's such a big part of what I teach to the kids. And I talk about passion all the time in the class and like doing what you dream of. And this is the same thing we say on this show to you guys in the brigades. It's the same thing. It's a lecture I gave to my students yesterday, but it's like, what do you think of when you get up in the morning? Like, what is the first thing on your mind? And whatever that first thing on your mind is, and it might be your kids, it might be your girlfriend, it might be your wife, it might be your boyfriend, who knows, whatever it is, whatever your first thought is, that's your passion. And pursue that in any way you know how and can. Like find that whatever you like. For me, it's always, my family first and then sports. And I get to use sports to go ahead and help to provide for my family. And so that motivation, so many people get up and go to work and hate their life. And I feel for you guys who do that. And it's scary, even at 50, 40, 30, whatever it is, it's scary to go through a huge transition. But we only do this once. We only do this once.
Yeah.
You're going to bet on anybody, bet on yourself. Don't bet on the Pirates. Don't bet on the Brewers. Bet on yourself. You might just find out in 3 years, be in a totally different spot.
And you really don't know why you're going through it. Mm-mm. You don't know where it's going to take you. I mean, we really don't know. It would be nice to know like where we're going to be in 6 months. No, I don't know.
We have no idea, but like my love life is probably the greatest example of that, because like the person I'm seeing was at my wedding 13 years ago. Like she was at my wedding. I was marrying the wrong person, but she was at my wedding.
Of your wife.
She was a guest of me, not my wife, me. She was my guest.
Oh, okay.
She was my guest. Okay. She was at my ex-wife's wedding shower. Right. She was there. She was at that. But like, you never know. She came back to my life in January of 23. She came back in my life. And then we saw each other again a year later passed. And I had to fix myself and get myself in January of 23. I wasn't ready to date anybody. In January of 24, I was in a totally different spot.
Right.
And then like it turned into what it's turned into now. And so like, you never know what has to move out of the way for something else to happen.
Correct.
And you were on the phone with me for hours. Did we ever talk about a woman named Amanda? when we're going through the hell that I was, the amount of glass I was clawing myself through.
What was the name? Rod, no, what'd you call, when we talked, you had a different name for a while. You called her
my ex?
No.
Oh.
No,
Ryan.
Ryan. Yeah.
Ryan is her first because her first
Yeah.
name is Ryan. She goes by
Yeah.
Amanda, but her first name
Yeah.
legally is Ryan.
Yeah.
So
that
I
was the
called
first
her.
time I heard. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Right.
I had no idea what you were talking. I'll never forget it. I was like,
Yeah.
"Wait, what?"
What?
Okay.
And that's just how it all,
Yeah.
it all plays out. And so there's so many different things in life that you think you're going to the left. In reality, it's leading you to the right. And you don't even know which way you're going, but like you have to go through those processes because you might have a door open that you didn't see coming that was going to be opened, down the line because you made the right decisions, but you don't know that at the time that this was the right decision. You just do what's best for you today and let whatever happens, the universe will provide. I fully believe in that. If you're on the right path, you're doing the right things for yourself, the universe is going to provide for you in some form or fashion.
Well, and if not, you better get off the path and just keep going. But like you're not on. Universe tells you when you're not on the right path too. I mean,
Sure.
It's like a metaphor in the book. When you put up a number and immediately gets bet, and then the second number gets bet, you got the wrong number. Immediate feedback.
My first thought is I want to go back to bed.
See, I mean, and this guy's, Lewis is out delivering the bread, literally delivering the bread. First thing in the morning, he texted me one of the first, he saw me do the tweet and he was like, "Are you up? What are you doing up?" Like, I got to make a phone call. And the guy said to call him at 7 a.m. and he lives in the East Coast. I got to get up at 4 a.m., make a phone call. It's crazy. Is it bad if the first thing you think of is the total in the Cubs and Pirates game too high?
No.
Like,
No,
wake up and you go,
that's your
"Wait,
passion. That
Jones
making numbers.
Steele."
Yeah, making lines and making numbers is what your passion is. And for some kids, that kid in my class yesterday, she's huge into jazz. First thing she thinks about is just what she wants to have on her jazz mix for the day.
Right.
Like that's a huge deal. Like that to me, I was like, okay, what do we do with that? She's from Memphis. And we talked barbecue and we talked about what she might want to do and how we could create a podcast based on her personality, what she could do to lean into that. Like all I want to do when I'm teaching these kids is like, I want to tell them it's okay to dream. Because I feel like so often people around you, I've told the story before, but I was told so often in my own life growing up. I remember my stepfather literally yelling at me and telling me, "What are you going to do? Get paid to watch sports all day?" Yeah, I'm going to do that. And it's a joke between the two of us now. And he's like, he always says, like, "What the hell do I know?" I used to tell Matt, "What are you going to do? Get a job watching sports?" I got a job watching sports.
Yep.
So like you can get, if you don't listen, and my uncle was a gigantic influence in my life. And he's a writer he teaches at Berkeley now. And like, he used to tell me all the time of like, what you dream about and what you think about, those are the things you should be pursuing. Those are the things you should chase. Don't chase what someone's telling you to chase because of money, prestige, or what you think it's going to bring you.
Yep.
Follow what your heart is telling you. What do you want to be? What do you want to be? And have the courage to listen to that voice while everyone tells you that you can't. Tell yourself you can. And what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Yeah, you're going to fail. Yeah, but you're going to learn so much about yourself through that failure. And maybe you keep going. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do something else. I mean, my career path has changed 15 different ways. I went into broadcasting to be in music. Then I was a play-by-play guy. I broadcasted UVA women. Women's basketball was my first paying gig. And then I became a talk show host. And then
the pay is crap.
Pay is horrible. I mean, I made nothing. I moved to Alabama. My base pay in 2000 when I moved to Alabama was $18,000.
Yeah.
24 years ago.
You got to tell kids that. Like, I mean,
I do. I don't sugarcoat shit. I tell them the truth. I tell them everything about it. Like, because money comes eventually, but it doesn't come right away. But if you love what you're doing and you love getting up in the morning and doing what you're doing, money you're okay with suffering because at least you're trying to do something. You're trying to invest, maybe not money, but those hours, 10,000 hours to master something.
Yep.
It takes a long time to do that. It takes a long time to be in that arena doing whatever you need to do. I talked a ton in Alabama and I had to learn how to be a talk show host. And I was lucky. I was taught to do it. But there's all sorts of things like you would line, you always say this. If the line's wrong, if the number is wrong, they're going to tell you quick. You're going to learn it fast, right? I mean, the bets are going to come in. You're going to go, "Oh, fuck, that number's wrong." Like you're told instantaneously if you're on the wrong side, if you have the wrong number, that you're up, and the game's going to get played out, mind you. But like that instant feedback and like that learning, that comes from just doing. You can't fake being a bookmaker. Like you can't pretend it.
Well, a lot of guys do, and then they stiff people and don't pay. But like you can, but you're right. I mean, that again, it's just it's a thing in life that when you're doing it and you love it, you may be the only one that knows it. You literally. I mean, I was lucky because I had my dad tell me to go do it.
That's awesome.
And he was the only one. But everybody was like, "You're moving to the Caribbean to do what?"
Mm-hmm.
But you're so smart, and you got a degree, and you got this. Yeah, all of that right now ain't paying shit. None of it. I'm doing 3 jobs and refereeing hockey at night for the 4th job. I'm gonna try this, and I'm glad I did. And again, you think you're out. You're back in. Now we're doing a show without commercials talking about this stuff for 2 hours. Have no idea where this conversation is going to go at one point or another. We covered a lawsuit from the NFLPA to DraftKings, mythical college football matchups,
which I still love.
Your favorite drink at the beginning of the show, and now a favorite thing about today. That's the show. What's the show? Watch the show.
You know, it's funny. I had a bunch of kids in my class yesterday try to explain to me this podcast. I think it was Unfiltered, I think they called it. And I said, well, what is it? And they said, you have to watch the show to get it. And I went, got it. Understand I know exactly what you're talking about. They're like, what do you mean? And I go, that's our show. It's the same thing. You got to watch the show to get it. That doesn't make sense otherwise. You can't just say in a one sheet, it's this. Like you can say our bios, but it doesn't tell you what the show is. It doesn't tell you what the show feels like when you're watching it or talking about it or hearing it, podcasting it, whatever it might be. So good stuff. Guys, thanks for being here. Good stuff. Well, watch Wednesday tomorrow. Alex Kane coming in. We have a first big slate of college football games. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday to all get into it with Sport Trade and Alex Kane. Whale Watch Wednesday tomorrow. Hope to see you all here for another episode of BVB.